Twitter, Facebook, Google, and other companies developed a formal system for taking in moderation requests from every corner of government, from the FBI, the DHS, the HHS, DOD, the Global Engagement Center at State, even the CIA. For every government agency scanning Twitter, there were perhaps 20 quasi-private entities doing the same thing, including Stanford's Election Integrity Partnership, NewsGuard, the Global Disinformation Index, and many others, many taxpayer-funded.
How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about the IRS visiting the home of independent Twitter Files journalist Matt Taibbi on the day of his congressional testimony about the overreach of government. Now, you cannot make this story up if you tried. It's really crazy. And before we get into all the details, let's back up a little bit here for proper context, just so we're on the same page with each other. Now, when Elon Musk took over Twitter, he was able to give this mountain of information, internal files, documents, and whatnot to, I think, 3 journalists. One of them being Matt Taibbi, another one being Bari Weiss, and one other person. It might have been Michael Schellenberger, who was also testifying with Matt Taibbi. If that's incorrect, y'all let me know in the comments below. But ultimately, Elon Musk did give the Twitter files to these people, and the purpose was for them to just come through it and report on it. There's a very long Twitter threads detailing their findings, and I'll link to those in the description box. If you're on IG, link in the bio, go to the corresponding article on the website. But there was a lot there, not just about how the federal government basically colluded and or pressured Twitter into censoring certain things that have fit their narrative, but also how all the other big tech companies did the same thing. Your Facebook and Twitter, of course, everywhere else did the same thing. The federal government used social media to carry out their wishes, okay? It'd be a request from the IRS. It'd be a request from the FBI, the CIA, the DHS, everywhere else. Okay, you see that tweet right there? Go ahead and delete that. Then there were also private companies involved, NewsGuard, places like that, that would basically build a list of people that were kind of undesirable, persona non grata. Are you a person that spreads misinformation? Well, you'll be put on this list, and then the government will know about you. So then when it comes time to target you for certain things, maybe it'll be a little bit easier. You're on the list already. You have a social credit score without you knowing about it. Is that why the IRS went to Matt Taibbi's house on the day he testified before Congress? That could be considered what is intimidation. And if it's not, I can't tell. He's a witness talking about something very, very serious. It's not just about Twitter. See, that's where people kind of get messed up. Oh, you're just talking about Twitter. You're just doing Elon Musk's dirty work, all this, that, and the third. No, it's about all social media, the federal government, private companies, all colluding with the government to carry out their wishes. It's about circumventing your First Amendment rights. That's what's happening here. You know, I saw a story the other day talking about Saudi Arabia or some country over there has journalists locked up for tweeting, and we're talking about, oh, you got to let them go. This is a travesty. All I could do is see that and laugh because, first of all, didn't they chop a journalist up in the consulate over there and we did nothing about it? Not one thing. So if you can literally chop somebody up that worked in America, by the way, but was a Saudi, if I'm not mistaken, if you could chop them up, nothing is done, then what are you going to do about guys that are locked up over tweeting? Furthermore, how are we going to talk about them having prisoners for tweeting when we do similar things here? We have political prisoners, a lot of the January 6 people. And if you put on a list, you become persona non grata. You don't have access to your banking, your social media, your LinkedIn page, and everything else. How are you going to be able to operate in society? You might as well be in jail. You're in jail without the bars, but different story. I'm getting triggered, so I digress. The whole point is that the government is colluding with social media companies and private companies to curtail your rights as an American citizen. All right. Now, the IRS, can I talk about them for one moment? The IRS, I hate. And remember when they said, oh, we're hiring 87,000 new IRS agents, not for you, the regular small guy, we're doing this because of all the big rich people that don't want to pay and all this and that and the third. I'm like, man, be for real. Be serious. We knew from the beginning that those agents were for us. And we saw videos of these guys with bulletproof vests on and having guns. It's like, why is the IRS wearing a bulletproof vest? Why do they have guns? I don't know. To train to come to your house when you might need to get a reminder about what's going on. Okay. And then the reason they said they came to his house was bogus, talking about, oh, well, your tax returns from, I think, 2018 and 2021, right around that time, were rejected because of the possibility of identity theft. It's like, what? What are you talking about? Really? That's why you came to my house? You couldn't give me a call. You couldn't send me a letter. You're gonna just drop by unannounced on the day that I'm in D.C., right before, my congressional hearing, or during when I'm talking to the federal government. Why are you coming to my house? You know where I am. I'm Matt Taibbi. You know who I am. You know what's going on. Why are you coming to my house and leaving a note on my door talking about call us 4 days later? Huh? If you guys have had any kind of dealings with the IRS, you know that they are notoriously difficult to ever contact. Try calling them on the phone right now and see what happens. I'll wait. I bet you won't get through. Send them a letter, call them on the phone. If they get back to you, you're lucky. I had to actually write them probably about a year or two ago about some money they owed me or something like that. They said I didn't pay some taxes, like almost six figures in taxes. Like, I bet you I did pay my taxes. And I had to look up a YouTube video on how to send them a letter that would definitely get read and returned, and they would follow through on what they're supposed to do in the letter. Rather than just sending a letter, I don't know if it got delivered, I don't know what's going on. I had to follow a specific format from a YouTube video, not from the IRS, to get that whole thing accomplished. So I got to jump through hoops of fire to get them to get my money back. And then with Matt Taibbi, not only did he not owe them any money, they owe him a substantial amount of money. So since when would the IRS come to your house or even contact you at all when they owe you money? It's like dealing with some rinky-dink insurance company. They don't want to pay $1. Obviously, this was intimidation, or at least an attempt at it. Now, last I checked, if you're intimidating witnesses, you can go to jail for that. If you're a regular normie going to somebody's crib and talking about, oh, give us a call, if you do something like that, that could be, that's a clear message. Like, hey man, you treading in dangerous waters right now. We might go dare to jackal on you. Don't do it. That's the message I get from that. So this whole thing is crazy. On the day of your testimony about the government overreaching, abusing their power, they come to your house. That's the exact thing you're talking about. As I said from the beginning, you cannot make this stuff up. And I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? How do you feel about the IRS going to the house of independent journalist Matt Taibbi? Was it a coincidence? Just happened to do it because some of the tax returns didn't go through? Or was there a bigger purpose here? Whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I'm at. While you have independent journalists testifying about the government overreaching, doing too much, intimidating regular citizens, political prisoners, things of that nature. When you have that going on, they do the exact same thing he's talking about. Obviously sending a message. And this is a problem. It's not so much a left-right issue because we've seen the IRS target conservatives before, but Matt Taibbi is not necessarily a political person as far as I know, did not vote for Trump, kind of a regular normie journalist. He wants to see the truth. He wants to get to the actual information. When you do stuff like that and the big dogs are involved, the powerful guys are involved, they want to silence you, they want to take you out. That's what's going on here. And it's not a conspiracy when we can see it happen live and in full color. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.